guys, this is your malapascuamorena, and I'm going to tell you about my FilipinoCupid experience. So for anyone who don't know what is FilipinoCupid.com, FilipinoCupid is a specialist dating site that assists people from the Philippines and Western backgrounds to find their perfect match. I know people of you would think about I think I prefer traditional dating, where some other would think about I think I'll go with the online dating. So it's all up to you. It depends on how you really love to choose whether traditional dating or online dating, where can make you feel compatible and comfortable. So traditional dating relies on finding a person attracted to the eye first, while on online dating there is a lot of first impression factors that you need to consider. First is the age, the hobbies, the career, and the list go on. So my experience with FilipinoCupid was quite a long story, so I was very curious to try it on. And then of course the thing that I need to do is to fill up all of the information. You have to put your name, your status, and are you working at that time or you're just a student. So before, when I started FilipinoCupid, I did a bunch of online dating except for the Tinder. No, I didn't go through the Tinder. Well, maybe I'm curious about it and check out that site, but I didn't go there. A lot of dating sites that I joined are, so there is a lot of varieties of online dating that I joined. Let me try to recall all of the dating sites. Well, first is the Christian Filipino dating. I don't know if I say it right, Christian dating, something like that. And then I also joined dating.com, and I also joined IlandCupid, even if I'm not Thailand. I am not from Thailand, but I don't know, I'm curious about it. I just tried it. And also yeah, the FilipinoCupid. And what else? I forgot what are the dating sites that I joined, but you know, because it's been 3 years that I didn't do online dating. So I went to the FilipinoCupid because I find it very comfortable to me. So the first ever that I experienced FilipinoCupid was, there are a lot of Western guy that will message me right away. I was amazed by that because it's my first time to try that, and I don't know how things work over there, so I was just trying to look around and see what it is and trying to swipe, see interest, any guys that would make my heart pound. I don't know, but that's what I think before, way back 3 years ago. And so I swipe, scroll down, I mean not swipe, scroll down, put a heart, interest, and so on. And then as I was checking my inbox, I see there's a lot of guys sending me messages like, hey, you're pretty, is it real you? I think they are trying to say if I'm for real, if I'm not a scammer, because I'm pretty sure that guys over there who use FilipinoCupid, especially Western guys that have been using FilipinoCupid, are, you know, aware and trying to be really careful with the scammers. I bet they met a lot of scammers from FilipinoCupid. I think from what I experienced on, I think that's why they asked me if I'm for real, if I'm really this girl or this photo is me. That is mostly the first question that they will ask me. Are you for real? Is this real you? Can you give me the email? Or can you give me other pictures, etc., and so on and so forth. So I was just being authentic and true to myself that yes, it is me, and it is exactly my face, my facial features, my physical body, and my age is the same. I'm not trying to catfish you or anything. And so I started to message some of the guys that sent interest to me. So of course, as a very curious person, for the first time that tried FilipinoCupid, so there is this guy that I talked to FilipinoCupid. We haven't exchange email yet, but I find him really nice to me, really good. So I started talking to him on FilipinoCupid every week, and until it goes to month, and so on. And that where we started to exchange emails. He said, why don't we take this further to getting to know each other, because this FilipinoCupid is really hard time to talk. He wanted to see me on video personally, and he wanted to see more pictures. I guess that's why he was saying that, because he's also making sure if it's me. So I don't have any judgment on that. I understand him, because for me, I also wanted to see him, because is this guy for real? Maybe he's using other profile pictures of someone. So it's both of our decision to step out of the FilipinoCupid and continue the talking through email, and that is through Skype. We talked through Skype, and that went well. He was really nice to me. He was so good. But then it ended up that he was trying to be pervert. I want to say that bad words or something, but I know some people would encounter rude people who just wanted physical body or like nude stuff. I don't want that, and that is my first experience. I'm kind of scared when I found out that he wanted just my nude bodies, because I don't want a guy like that. So I proceed going back to FilipinoCupid. Maybe my first try wasn't any luck at all. I'm not lucky at all, so I tried the second time. So I started checking out all of my messages from FilipinoCupid, and of course I entertained them. I sent my reply to them, and it turns out like I got really tired of using FilipinoCupid, because all of the guys that I met there are only want the, you know guys, the body, and it's really disappointing for me to ever try that, to ever been in the dating site like that. But my fighting spirit never stops. I still continue going to FilipinoCupid to find a decent person who would accept me, not just only my body, but not just only my face too, but accept me for being me, because I find online dating very comfortable to me. I think because I'm not an outgoing person. Like, I don't go out most of the time. I spend my days work and home, work home, and that is, so that's why I choose online dating before, because I don't have time for physical dating. So I still continue going to FilipinoCupid for almost a year. I didn't lose hope, so I encountered again another bad experience with the guys over there. I thought he was the nicest guy that I met after the first one, but he ended up being rude and like the first guy. Changed email to the third guy. It went really good for a couple months. I think that would be 3 months or 2 months, and then it ended up bad. So I learned from my mistake. The third time, I would not send any email or anything that is personal to me unless this guy is very serious and decent, that would not want just my body or anything that is really bad that he would ask. Nope. But I won't ever say bad about FilipinoCupid, because you know, FilipinoCupid was the bridge to find my partner. I also thank FilipinoCupid because I find my boyfriend, and I'm really happy that I didn't give up in FilipinoCupid, because if I give up really early, I wouldn't find my partner for life. I wouldn't be with him. I wouldn't be as happy as I am right now. Well, it was my, I don't know, 4th, 5th time going back to FilipinoCupid. I don't know, I lost count of it. It was 3 years ago. So when I went back to the Cupid for the last freaking time of my hope to finding a decent guy, I was scrolling pictures, checking out guys there, and then suddenly I liked the picture of my boyfriend that he put on his profile. I said, wow, he got a nice dog, and he got a nice gun. I don't know what you call that, but I asked him what gun is that he was holding. I forgot what he said, but I think he was trying to do hunting at that time. So I was like, I'm gonna put heart, I'm gonna put interest, and I'm gonna message that guy. It turned out that he messaged me, but as I was scrolling down to his profile, his age preferences was not meant for me. I mean, I was young back then. Not too young, not underage. I think I was 20 years old, because it was 3 years. Yeah, I was 20 years old back then, and then I saw his profile saying that, oh, he likes women from ages 28, I think, to 30. I think that was his profile said there. So I was like, maybe I'll give it a try. And then I messaged him. And then, you know, my expectation would be like, yeah, I like this girl right away. I'm gonna get her email and things like that, so that I would literally get to know her even more. But you know, the first message that he sent to me was like, "You're too young. I don't want, like, I mean, I don't want to sound rude, but I'm too young for him." I was like, I like you and you said you're too young. That is at the back of my mind. I was like, well, maybe I give it a shot. I said something to him about age, like age doesn't matter if you know you understand each other. It doesn't depend on age and how much the gap between you. As long as you understand and respect each other, that is the most important thing, you know. And love would eventually grow and develop in time. Then it was like, he was like really amazed about what I said to him. He said like, I'm really immature for my age, because usually girls in their country age like mine would throw tantrums right away, would never understand about relationship or having maturity in the relationship. You know, I was like, I don't know, like women there if like that, but if that's what you say, so well, this is what I think, this is what I am. So it ended up like we exchanged emails and we tried to get to know each other. He was having a hard time before because he doesn't know anything about like chatting to Facebook or like any video call or something like that, because his phone before was do you know the BlackBerry? Do you remember the BlackBerry? So he's having a hard time trying to contact me through video chat, because I was like at the like middle of our getting to know each other for months. I was like almost giving up to him, because I was like, maybe he's not interested to me because he's not really like cooperating or trying to ignore me to video calls and things like that. And he would always say to me like, he had to go to his work to connect to the internet because his phone is really like having a hard time and is using his laptop. I was like, did this guy really know what is having a smartphone or an Android or whatever you have there? And he was like, no, I have Blackberries. I was like, really? The BlackBerry in my country is not really popular. All of us use Android phones. He was like, yeah, because I never tried Android phones before. Like, I used this BlackBerry for like calls only, and this is my first time to ever try video calling and things like that. So it was really hard and tough for the first few months that we talked, but then it ended up that it worked well. All of the hardship are worth it. So for anyone who would like to try FilipinoCupid, you just have to download the app in Play Store, or if you don't want the app, you just have to use your browser and just type FilipinoCupid.com, so you will be able to use that. And of course, besides the thing that finding your perfect match, they also have stories, successful stories that happen in FilipinoCupid. I put my successful story together with my boyfriend's picture. There's a background of a beautiful island of Malapascua, the ocean background to the abandoned beach, and I sent my successful story and I told them how our story went, and I do hope that they accept that, or they checked it and posted it, because I'm really proud of myself, because if I lose hope very early, I won't be able to find my perfect match. So guys, I do hope you like my video about my FilipinoCupid experience. I do hope that you will find your perfect match too, even if it's not an online platform, maybe on traditional dating or whatever. But if you prefer finding your partner, your Filipino partner, you just have to go to FilipinoCupid. I recommend that online dating. You just have to be really careful with the scammers and girls that will try to hit you up with being petty and then try to scam you right away. So you have to be really careful with that, guys. I hope you have a tropical smile day ahead. My background now is the beach, because I am going for a swim. Look at that. The beautiful background of the beach. So I'm going for a swim now, guys. Enjoy your day. Thank you for watching my video. Bye!